Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This month's free fashion challenge is March Madness Wardrobe Edition. Today we are talking all about a free fashion challenge that's going to not only help us save money, but actually save space in our closets as well. So what I'm going to do this morning is run you through something that I do twice a year. I do it once in March, and that's where we get the March Madness from, complete with brackets. And I'm going to show you how I go through my entire wardrobe and I sort out what I packed away from last summer and how I bring it back into my wardrobe, and then how I organize and get a little cutthroat with what I need to get rid of. So let's get right into it.
A day or two before you actually get started, you're going to want to research some sort of wardrobe basics checklist. I just use an old one that I've had for a few years from Busby Style. However, there are tons of them on Pinterest or online, and you're going to want to just find one that aligns with your lifestyle and your wardrobe needs. But I love to have it to reference back on. And a side note, you might want to make a couple of copies of it. That way you don't have to go and reprint every season, because you are going to probably use it as a checklist. You're also going to want some sort of paper that is plain that you can make your brackets or your piles lists on. You're going to see that in the video later. And then here is just like a quick reference of something that I have been building when I did mine. So what I do is I actually keep a separate sheet so that I can write down things I actually need in detail, because of course any of these lists isn't going to have exactly what you want on it at all times. So I like to have a more detailed option, and I use just a clipboard to hang on to all of those things. Then I use a really big marker, because again, you're going to need to have those little bracket signs, and then of course a pen so that you can write things down quickly. All right, let's get into it. First, you need a working space. I rip everything off my bed and put a plain white blanket or sheet so I can see everything. Next up, I make sure I do my laundry in Habit, because most worn items are there. Then I get the big cup of coffee. After that, I like to light a candle and just set myself up for success and a nice calm space that I'm really not going to stress out in. You want to make sure you get your hair done at least partially, but not too fussy. Next, I put a little bit of makeup on, long wearing, but it's going to have to stay in place. Okay, here come the brackets. I make a sell, a keep, a hem repair, and a needs a partner. And then I also make a donate one, because that's probably the one that's going to have the most use there. And then I make sure I have a trash bag. And then I get my bags out, where these are from Amazon. I love these bags. That's where I store away my out of season clothing items, but I always have them within reach at the bottom of my closet. It really just helps a lot. So here I am just pulling out items, kind of giving them a once over to make sure they're even worth looking at. And then I start to sort them in piles. I am wearing a robe for a reason. It makes it easy to take on and off, to try things on. I also make sure I have really good, well-fitting undergarments that are in neutral colors and are semi-flattering, to make sure that I give every piece of clothing that I try on its best fair chance. Next up, you want to try absolutely everything on, especially if you haven't worn it in several months. I've gained about 10 pounds and I'm going to have to get cutthroat here. Then, if you can, find a trusted person that you're not going to get mad at and ask them for their opinions. Also, make sure you look at items that you do like, but maybe don't fit or need hemming. This particular dress, my husband loves it on me, but it flaps open and needs repair. You want to make sure that you also look at your shoes. Then pull out any purses, accessories. You want to pull out your hats, your scarves, any of your handbags that you maybe haven't been using as much or you only use in springtime, and just really take stock of it and how it's all shaped. From here, I've got my piles built. I've got one that I'm going to sell maybe on, like, I don't know, Poshmark, something like that. I do have a bigger donation pile, and unfortunately a lot of shoes are going. Here are the shoes that are left over. Still not sure about a few of them because I've had them for at least 3, 4, 5 years, but they're going to work at least at the beginning of spring. Here is my hem and repair section. Side note, if you have Lululemon pieces, even if they're old, take them back there and they will hem them and fix them for you free of charge. Needs a partner pile means I love the item, but it's going to need maybe a top or something else to make it work. Here are my piles of keep items, mostly my pants, sweatpants, things like that. I also have a 30 to 90 day pile, meaning I'm going to put it in a bag. And if I don't reach for it within 30 to 90 days and I have a date on it, then I'm going to have to donate those within that time frame.
I hope this video was helpful to you. Now, the next steps that I really took were just to take the vacuum cleaner, clean out my closet, and I actually put everything into my closet, and I left my winter pieces still because, of course, it is March and we do have winter weather that is upcoming, including a lot more rain here in California. However, I was able to fit everything in my closet, and as it gets warmer, then I'm going to take my winter jackets, coats, and sweaters that I know I'm really not going to use for the summer and pack them back away into those reusable containers that I purchased at Amazon. And if you are interested in those, I'm going to put them in the link below in the description box so that you can get a hold of those if you want some as they are available. All right, thank you so much again for watching. If you have any questions or comments or just want to let us know how you organize for the spring and upcoming summer, let us know in the comments below. All right, until next time, I'll see you soon.